What happened to the giant skeletons discovered in the US? Their heights varied between 2 and 3 meters and their skulls, presumably those of men, were much larger than the heads of any race that inhabit Earth today. They tend to have a double row of teeth, 6 fingers, and just like humans came in different traces. The teeth on the front of the jaw are regular molars. The generally found heads are elongated due to a longer life than normal. Reported in the May 4, 1912 edition of the New York Times, the truth is that many ancient cultures around the world firmly believe that the giants were real, and numerous ancient texts, such as the Bible, suggest that these mythological beings were real. There were giants on earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came to the daughters of men, and begot them sons, the mighty became men who were of old, men of renown. Genesis 6:4 Sensational claims require sensational evidence. In the words of Vine Deloria, Native American author and law professor, today's archaeology and anthropology have almost sealed the door to our imagination, broadly interpreting the American past as lacking anything unusual in the way of great cultures characterized by a people of unusual behavior. The great intruder of ancient cemeteries, the Smithsonian institution of the 19th century, created a one-way portal through which innumerable bones have been animated. This door and the contents of its vault are practically sealed for anyone but government officials. Among these bones can be found answers not even sought by these officials about the deep past. On May 4, 1912, the New York Times published surprising news. Archaeological excavations near Lake Delavan in Wisconsin had found skeletons of extraordinary dimensions. In other words, they looked like giants. Their heads were elongated and larger than normal. According to the news of the time, the skeletons found by a group of archaeologists of the University Beloit College of Wisconsin measured between 2.3 and 3 meters. These were just some of their many skeletons that were discovered around the world. However, the mystery began after the discovery was made, since nothing more was known about the skeletons. Where did the skeletons end? Were they deliberately hidden from the public? Interestingly, the area where the giant skeletons were found is known for the giant-sized skeletons that do not seem to correspond to the characteristics of the common or native people of the area. In 1891, scientists from the Smithsonian Foundation found a giant skeleton in the excavations of pyramidal tombs in the Madison area, curiously also in Wisconsin. All the skeletons allegedly disappeared too. Those responsible for the Smithsonian do not know anything about them, or any kind of large skeletons. However, there is evidence in the press of nearly 100 years of huge skeletal finds throughout the American Midwest. In Minnesota, Ohio, Iowa, Indiana, Kentucky and Illinois, the discovery of these types of skeletons is well documented. The conspiracy theorists believe that the US government is hiding something and has no interest in talking about a possible race of giants that lived in the United States centuries ago. But America is the only continent where such discoveries have been made. In other parts of the world, researchers have also found human remains that appear to belong to a race of giants. Despite all the evidence, it must be mentioned that many similar discoveries were nothing more than elaborate deceptions that unfortunately discredit authentic discoveries made throughout the planet. Another fascinating example is the 38-centimeter long finger found in ancient Egypt. The remains of this finger are impressive. It is a huge mummified humanoid finger that is 38 centimeters long. Researchers from Egypt believe that it must belong to a creature that was more than 5 meters tall. Only a few people were able to take pictures of this incredible artifact in 1988. The images shown were taken in 1988 and were published by one of the most important newspapers in Europe, Bild.de. What do you think? Is there evidence that the giants lived on Earth? Or are all these discoveries merely elaborate deceptions? Leave your comment below.